Good evening. I'd like to call this regular meeting of the Shoalo City Council to order. By roll call, see that all council members are present, with the exception of Council Member Vice Mayor Alsop, who's absent tonight on excuse. He had a work-related project that many people hope that he gets done tonight so they can have their phones and their Wi-Fi system working. We'd like to begin this evening. I'd like to welcome those that are here tonight as well in public, as well as those who may be watching this evening on City 56. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'd like to begin this evening by invocation. We've asked that to be offered by Councilmember Clark, and the Pledge of Allegiance will be offered by Councilmember Kelly. Those who'd like to join with us, please stand.
Our Father in heaven, we are thankful for this opportunity we have to gather tonight, the City Council, and as members of the community. We are thankful for the community which we live in, for the people who make up this great community. We're thankful for the moisture that we've been receiving tonight. We recognize thy hand in providing that for us. We are thankful for the items that we have on our agenda tonight. And as we deliberate as a council, may we be able to do so in a respectful and a agreeable manner. May our thoughts and our minds be elevated, and may we be given insight as to what we should do to better this community, better the people who live here. We are grateful for the surroundings that we have and the conditions that we're able to meet in. We know that throughout the world there is strife and war, and we are thankful to be able to meet here peacefully. We ask humbly that thou watch over the men and women who wear the uniform and who are our law enforcement officers, that they will be protected and watched over as they have a very difficult task that they face each day. We pray that thou will continue to guide us and bless this great country. We ask this in the name of thy Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Just for our public, I just want them to know, and I'd also like to offer my congratulations. We had a recent election, and a lot of people are wondering why I'm still sitting in this chair tonight. But I just want to say congratulations to our mayor-elect, John Leach, who will be probably sworn in December, on December 1st meeting, unless I choose to step down before that. Also to Councilwoman Kakavas for re-election. Jean, we are going to miss you. We appreciate your 25 years of service that you've given to the city of Shoalo, and we appreciate the campaign that you ran in the service. In our audience tonight, we have Dawn Wilson, who will also be joining us on the city council. She won, and also John Adams. These will be our new council-elect people who, if you see them in the neighborhood, get to know them and say hi to them and congratulate them. We're going to have an awesome council going forward, and we're looking forward to that. And we have elections coming up to still learn about and to still be part of. May you study the issues. May you realize that there are many issues that are different than what they appear on the surface. Some issues will say one thing, but they'll mean something totally different. Make sure you understand those issues, because they are real, and they will have a big impact on our nation, on our country, and us locally. I'm going to say get out. How many of you in this room tonight have signed up for the census 2020? All right, we're 100%ers, but the average is only about 40%. So if you don't like the potholes, if you don't like the parks, and if you want better, sign up for the census. It's something that makes the difference in your community. If you want to help financially and you don't want to see taxes go up, get out, go to the census 2020 online. Come down to City Hall. We'll figure it out. We'll help you. Come to the library. But let's get it done, okay? It's got to be done by the end of September 30th, or people are going to be beating your door down to make you sign up. So it is something that we want you to take serious. Do your part as a citizen. If you live in Shoalo, sign up, okay? It's that simple. All right, enough said of that. Call to the public. Any citizen desiring to speak on a matter that's not on the agenda may do so at this time. See nobody moved, I'll close call to the public and come back to special events. Tonight, we're going to have a speech by an outgoing member of Planning and Zoning. Now, she wasn't prepared for a talk, but Debbie Robinson, please come up.
Speech.
Speech.
Debbie, we are so grateful for the time that you served. Many of these people here on the council started in planning and zoning, and you did that for 10 years, from June of 2010 to June of 2020. And we just want to tell you that we appreciate your service and the many things that you did for the community, because you did a great job.
Thank you so much.
And we'd like to give you this plaque, okay? Thank you.
Thank you. I'm very excited. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I got to get Mr. Mooter here. Thank you, sir.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you for your service. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
you.
We're really going to miss you. You did a great job.
Debbie, we will let you make a comment if you so desire, okay?
You know, it's been a pleasure, and Justin Tregaskis and the staff made the job easy. And I'm very thankful for this little town. It's wonderful. It's served me great, and that's why I wanted to do something to help as well. And if it wasn't for my life changing things going, I would still have stayed. But I challenge everybody to do a little bit of service for the cities. It's very great. And I want to thank all of you too. Thank you so much.
We appreciate it. We appreciate it. We have recently appointed, let's give her a big hand. Recently, Don Wilson was put on the planning and zoning, and we had Doug Roberts, who will also move to fill a vacancy there. And with Don being put on the council and with John coming to the council, we're going to have some more vacancies for planning and zoning. So we encourage citizens to get involved in any way that you can. Okay? Okay. Thank you. Next item we have is a presentation of the Show Chamber of Commerce. Ms. Delilah Richard, would you like Richard's son?
Edwards.
Edwards, I'm sorry. I blew that one. Didn't have it written down. Sorry.
This is better. I don't know. Good evening, council. Thank you for your time. PowerPoint. There it goes. Our new journey to engagement. I wanted to update you on what's been going on with the Tourist Information Center and also the Chamber of Commerce the last 30-ish days. Go ahead.
Your clicker right there.
Oh, I do?
Yeah, you can just use it.
Oh, thank you.
Move through them.
Gotcha. Okay, social media. So first thing I wanted to share with you is this post from Big Lake that was a few days ago. On the right is what they call the post insights, which are the analytics. If you'll look, there were 18,848 people who actually saw that post. Reactions down under the green bar, 86 reactions mean people emojied it. They liked it. They loved it. Whatever your choice of emojis are when you click on that little button. 24 people made comments and 49 people shared that. Down below are clicks. There was a web address there that gave you directions to Big Lake, and 125 people clicked on that. The photos, there were 1,532 photo views of that. So I really think our new social media guy is really hitting it on the head with what he's posting and how the format he's using and the kind of reach we're getting. This is just one more example. I won't go through these, but 285 link clicks to get directions. So I think he's really got his hand on the pulse of it. 18,035 people actually saw the post. The paid is 0 because you can pay to boost a post, and we don't do that. Everything we do is organic, which means they found it somehow because they've liked us, they followed us, whatever they've done, it showed up on their feed. Just wanted to show you a business one. This is Rick Goodman's insurance agency. 794 people saw this post. 8 reactions, a little smaller when it's a business always versus a tourist looking for someplace to go, but 6 comments and 2 shares. So I don't know where you can get advertising like that to reach that number of people. So, and this is information we'll be sharing with the chamber members more often. We finally got into our Instagram account thanks to one of my board members and his great detective work. So we've started it back up. He started yesterday. This is one of his first posts. took that snapshot probably about 2 hours ago. So 25 likes. We're just getting started back up. It'll get started slow, but it will continue to improve, I'm sure. I'm really excited about this one, and I hope you guys will be too. We're doing a new map for the Tourist Information Center and the Chamber of Commerce. This will be a fully interactive map. It has an app you can download on your smartphone, your tablet device that you have and carry around with you all the time. I had some other information here real quick. We're going to get 5,000 maps from this company. You also have the option to do a digital download and print. It also has a website locator, which means it'll take you to a business's website that has participated with the map. It has an itinerary planner, so if you find someplace that you like, you can say, okay, I want to go here. What else is around here that might be interesting to me? Here are some of my choices, and it'll put together an itinerary for you. It also has a way, just like Facebook, Instagram, and all the other social media, it's got a full set of analytics we can look at. We can see where people are when they click. We can see what they looked at. We'll have all kinds of analytics to look at. It's got a point of interest pop-up. Some of the points of interest that we are going to have listed are city and city parks, the Chamber of Commerce, City Hall, the library, the museum, the statue of the card players, the high school auditorium, Summit Healthcare, Frontier Park, Show Low Airport, Show Low PD, Timber Mesa Fire, Fool Hollow Lake, Show Low Lake, and Show Low Bluff Trail. That's not the complete list. That's just a few of them that we had gotten started with. So it will also show places in the city that might be interesting. We probably ought to add the jail. All right.
Oh, I'm sure you could figure out how to get to the jail. Just break the law. And
I mean the old jail.
oh, the old jail.
The old jail. Not that one. These are some statistics from the Tourist Information Center. They're incomplete because we aren't at the end of our month yet. But as you can see, just foot traffic for this month in the top section, we've had 56 local visitors, 121 from in-state, 85 from out, and 2 from foreign countries. I always find that number interesting. The demographics are below, as you can see. Our monthly website statistics aren't done, but you can see them for July there. So 2,446 users actually got on. 86% of them did some type of a search. Our monthly social media statistics, because the month isn't complete, aren't there, but you can see July's. These are some of the numbers I shared with you. Last month, the month of July, we reached 89,568, and I anticipate August will be much more robust just based on what we've seen so far. So we've started up mailing out relocation packages again. We did that in July. We only mailed out a handful. Didn't get those statistics on here, but I'll make sure they do. And so August, we got 5 inquiries through the website and 4 from phone calls. So we've sent out a total of 9 in the month. It's not quite over yet. So, questions?
Yeah, real quick. You're fast. Are you? Is the office open?
It is.
And is the same hours as before?
9 to 4, Monday through Thursday, 9 to 5 on Fridays, and 9 to 1, I believe it is on Saturday.
So they are open on Saturday?
They are open on Saturday.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions, comments? I'm just going to say, Delilah, one of the things that I've really seen that the aggressiveness of the chamber showing what we really are in Show Low is our tourism and places to see and the uniqueness that we have. I know you're to promote businesses, but a lot of our businesses are based on that right there. And so I really feel you're turning that to the direction that it needs to be. And I appreciate your efforts. I appreciate the people that are working on your Facebook. I'm happy to hear that you're going to Instagram, because a lot of women, a lot of things search more than what men do there. Also, and a lot of our youth do. Mm-hmm. And I hope that we emphasize our skate parks and our other things that we have, and our bike trails and things that draw people here, because we are in competition every day for coming to this area. And I really think you guys are starting to make progress, and I hope that we can continue to work this out, that you guys can bring us back a vision of going forward into 2021.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. And I have to agree, my social media guy has done a great job. And our office gals have been tremendous in helping getting things put back together and back on track. So I feel confident that moving forward, I'm really excited about the map. I'm hoping that because of COVID, of course, everything stopped for about 3 months with them. They're back at it. So I'm hopeful that their Q4 deadline will materialize. So, all right. Thank you. Yes.
I appreciate the TIC information. I'd like to see on your upcoming report some more information on the temperature of our local businesses and how they're doing coming out of COVID.
Okay.
We're still in it, obviously, but we will be for some time. But I know a lot of them have struggled. I'd like to see how the membership is going for them and what we're doing for the businesses specifically.
Okay. I can do that for you.
Just to tag on to that, maybe, I mean, the pictures, some of those pictures you tagged on, I know I'm one of them because I look at them, but, maybe some tag on, Councilwoman Kava said, maybe show some of the businesses and luncheons and that people are still having lunch up here during the pandemic. We're still open, we're still out, we're still, maybe show some local things. I know Big Lake is local because the pictures are awesome.
Well,
so I look at all of them too, but maybe people having lunch at Persnickety's or something like that, just more.
And we haven't done the actual photos of people yet. Right now, he's trying to get through the list of just the businesses. So I know Persnickety's the one has been highlighted. We've also done the Poor Station and Williams Brothers Auto. So he's trying to work through just getting them out there. And then we can follow that up with more robust, actual live things. Well, I know the house is having some type of event coming up that we can, not a big one, but we're planning on capturing some pictures from that, and they reached out and let us know. So the Sweet Corn Festival I noticed was also, even though it's not here in our town, it's something to do up on the mountain. So they shared that with us, and we'll make sure we get the word out there. So
just like, pictures of the park and the kids playing at the park
and the swings,
softball coming up. I mean, there's just a lot of things going on that I know there's a lot for them to take in. I get it. There's a lot of catching up to do, but I think you guys are doing a great job.
Well, thank you. And we can always take the pictures now, and even if they're not live pictures from a couple days ago, will give us plenty of content for over the next several months when things slow down a little bit. So
use caution as well as you do that you remind people of COVID, of the spread, of the things that's an important message that people flock here, but at the same time, we want them to understand that they have to be responsible as well when they get here. So,
I believe it was the city's Mask Up post that he attached the Show Chamber of Commerce to. So we're trying to, particularly when those come up, we're trying to share those to make sure that we remind everybody, wash your hands, wear a mask, and social distance.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Other comments? Appreciate it.
Thank you. Sorry. Ed.
City manager.
Yeah, let me just say the council approved a contract with the chamber for 3 months. And we've had the chamber president come back in July and now in August to make a presentation. We'd probably suggest that, because we know the chamber board's working, they're getting ready to do a retreat and different things to try to create a new vision for themselves here. It might be in order for us, not tonight, but put on maybe the agenda in September to extend that contract through December and then have them come back and report to us at our retreat in October and see where we are on that.
Say that again. Extend the contract in September?
Through the end of the year.
Through the end of the year for 3 more months. And then in October, we can have a report from them at the retreat, and then you can make a decision what you want to do for the first part of next year.
I like that.
I think it's a good idea.
Well, as long as we do it on a month-to-month basis like we have it.
Keep doing like we're doing, though.
You still want to report every month?
Sure. We don't want to lose the excitement.
And I guess we can do it. Delila said she can do it.
I guess what
You'd
I'm
rather
saying
not.
is based on what their vision becomes, TIC and the chamber are 2 different entities. And so, we need to see what their focus is.
Yeah, and so I'm hearing from the council, you'd like to still see a report every month.
If I may, Connie, you're right. They are 2 separate entities. Our mission and vision for the Tourist Information Center is the conversation and the presentation that I did back in July. And you said, we don't know what we want. We want something more robust. So that part of it, our retreat is to do with chamber membership and business and how to grow. Our vision for the Tourist Information Center remains the same. Get it out there, get it timely, get interaction, make sure we're getting as much information and good information out there as we can. So our retreat will be for business purposes of the chamber. We will touch on a couple of issues for the Tourist Information Center, but the bulk of our meeting will be spent doing chamber business. One other thing I forgot to mention is we have gotten the approval to sell the Sholo T-shirts, mugs, keychains. I reached out to Ed and to Justin and said, hey, I think a better place for these might be in the chamber. We have people asking for them. So Justin has a couple of boxes of things I'm going to go pick up, and we're going to showcase those and put those in the chamber. So I thought I would mention that as well.
Mayor.
Councilmember Clark.
As much as we all, I'm sure, love seeing Deleva, I don't know that we need to have her come once a month to give a report. I mean, maybe she could email that to Mr. Mooter and he could include that in his manager's memo. And then I know she's busy. She has a full-time job. She has 2 daughters who are seniors. Like, she doesn't have to come here and be here in person. And maybe we could just get a report and have her come to our retreat and give us an update, and then, get a monthly email in our manager's memo. That might be a little bit less time consuming for Ms. Edwards.
I'm fine with that too.
Fine with it.
When is the retreat? Do you mind my asking the date? Do you know it?
It's probably October 29th.
29th. Okay. Thank you.
He found out before we did.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah.
You could have said, I'll have to check and email you.
Appreciate it.
Just real quick. So
Sure.
I agree with that to a point, but I mean, are you the only one there? Is you the only one to give a report? Just something brief? I mean, I just like the excitement of having somebody here because of the issues.
I'm happy to come. If you would like a report, I can do it.
I know. It's
as you
probably
can see,
just
I
me, and maybe I do like seeing you standing there doing it. I don't know, but I like to hear the excitement of what's going on with the chamber, and I feel like if not here, maybe we don't get that. But if everybody else feels that we don't need her, like we've had the problems. Well, I'm not going to say problems, but with the TIC especially, as well as you know that, and it's just nice to have somebody excited in front of us to talk about that again. And yeah, maybe it's an overkill, but maybe not. That's the way I look at it. We haven't had our money's worth for so many years, and now we're finally starting to get some, and now you guys want to push her out from the TV. So
Maybe we need to.
I'll come next month and you guys can talk about it again. How's that?
Okay.
Maybe we need to start rebranding this as a tourist information report rather than the chamber. I mean,
Sure.
let's just start talking it
That's
more
fine.
on
That's even
tourist
better.
information, and let's just start making the change there, and you guys can do your business.
I like
But
that.
yeah, we can hire you to do our tourist information, and I think if we do that,
Happy to
that'll
do
be
that.
good.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
sounds-
Then I'll see you all next month.
Right.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
evening. Thank you.
Leela, before you get away, I'd like to add my personal thanks for your efforts. I know you're carrying a big load at work, and I know you're dedicating a lot of good time to this, and we really appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman.
Yes.
Have a good evening, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Next item we have is the consent calendar. I look at council if there's any items that need to be talked individually or pulled. Councilwoman Kukovas.
I don't need it pulled from the agenda. I just want to make a comment on the 16th Avenue sidewalk project. It looks amazing. It is so
Okay,
nice
why
to
don't you
see
go ahead and
people
do that at
working
this
on that.
time on item F. Go ahead and
Okay.
talk about it.
I just wanted to say how great that project turned out. I want to thank staff and the contractor for the work that they did on that project. It's good to see our community continue to be beautified and do projects at 100%. And it just looks wonderful, and it's good to see the people off of the road and walking on the sidewalk.
Councilmember Clark.
I want to echo what Councilwoman Kakava said, that it turned out far better than my vision of what it was going to look like, and I want to thank staff for the design. I liked how they pulled the path away, and it's kind of a meandering path, and the added touches up with the railings and stuff like that. It looks phenomenal. So I want to thank staff and the contractor for doing such phenomenal jobs.
I gotta jump on that too, since we all kind of live in that side of town. it's amazing how many people you see walking up and down that right now, especially early in the mornings. I mean, there's people, it's nice to see. I think that's one of the exciting projects in town for sure. Awesome.
It's definitely enhanced the community. Definitely has. Thank you. Staff, you did a great job. Okay, seeing nothing else, I'll read those items. We have a consideration approving an authorization intergovernmental agreement to continue with other Arizona Child Abduction Response Team for the Police Department. Consideration of Resolution R 2020-23 approving intergovernmental agreement with Navajo County for Memorial Justice Assistant Grant Funds. Consideration to award a purchase of a computer backup system for the Police Department. Consideration of acceptance of the Governor's Office of Highway Safety grants and authorization of the budget transfers. Consideration of the acceptance of West Cooley and 8th Avenue water line replacement. Consideration of the acceptance of North 16th Avenue sidewalk and walking path improvement project. And consideration of the acceptance of Snyder Electric Energy Conservation Project and the minutes of the regular meeting of August 4th, 2020. We have a motion. I have a motion by Councilwoman Kakavas. Is there a second? Second by Councilmember Hatch. Any other discussion? All those in favor? Any opposed? See that pass 6-0. Thank you. Next item is new business. We have a consideration of resolution number 2020-24 declaring and adopting the results of the primary election held on August 4th, 2020. Ms. REIDHEAD.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Resolution number R 2020-24 outlines the unofficial results of the City of Show Low's primary election held on August 4th, 2020. The ballot included the mayor's seat and 3 council seats. To win in the primary election, the candidate must receive a majority of the valid votes cast for the office of mayor or city council. Based on complete unofficial results, the number of votes required to be declared elected is 1,364 for mayor and 1,147 for the city council. There were 2 candidates for the mayor's seat, Gene Kelly and John Leach Jr., and 6 candidates for the 3 council seats, incumbent Connie Kakavas and newcomers John Adams, Melody Bell, Ray Duran, Jack Latham, and Don Wilson. Results show that mayoral candidate John Leach Jr. received 1,445 votes, and Gene Kelly received 1,282 votes. Since the votes for John Leach Jr. exceeds the number required of 1,364, he will be declared elected mayor. For the council seats, candidate Connie Kakavas received 1,606 votes. Don Wilson received 1,190. John Adams received 1,166. Jack Latham received 1,139. Melody Bell received 1,129. And Ray Duran received 647. Connie Kakavas, Don Wilson, and John Adams each received more than the 1,147 votes needed and will be declared elected to the City Council. Approving resolution number R 2020-24 will declare the election results to be the official canvass, with John Leach Jr., Connie Kakavas, Don Wilson, and John Adams filling the mayor's seat and 3 council seats respectively. The mayor and 3 council members, as Mayor Seymour already said tonight, the council members will be sworn in at the December 1st, 2020 council meeting. I'm available for any questions.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Any questions, comments? Councilmember Kelly?
Not a question.
Okay.
I was ready to make a motion.
Okay. Cool. Councilmember Clark.
I just have a comment that I'd like to make about this. I'd like to thank Junior and Gene for the way they ran their campaigns. I think that it's a testament to the civility that both of you exhibited. It was an example to me as a councilman, especially a new one who hasn't ran yet, of how things should be done, and that you didn't ever get nasty or dirty or anything like that. I think that people in the national election could take a page from the 2 of you, especially with the negativity that we see. So I also want to commend all those who ran for council. I think well, you all did a great job, and I think that was it's commendable that the way in which you held yourselves. So.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Councilmember Clark. That's great. Councilmember Kelly.
I move to adopt resolution number R 2020-24, declaring and adopting the results of the primary election held on August 4, 2020.
You have a motion. Is there a second? Second by Councilmember Clark. Any other discussion? See none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor? Any opposed? So that passed 6-0. Again, congratulations to those who were elected by the voice of the people. Appreciate that. Thank you. Next item is item 8B. Consideration of award of a construction contract for West Cooley Sewer Replacement Phase 2, City of Shola project number S0521, and the approval of the associated budget transfer. Mr. HEMESATH.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. The city's fiscal year 2021 capital improvements budget includes $350,000 for a sewer line replacement project labeled West Cooley Sewer Improvements Phase 2. The existing wastewater collection system consists of aging 6-inch clay pipe and is requiring more maintenance and repairs. Phase 1 of the proposed improvements in this area were completed earlier this year. Second phase was included in this year's budget to include installing approximately 2,650 linear feet of new 8-inch PVC sewer main, 8 new concrete manholes, new sewer services, and replace the existing asphalt removed. The project was designed by Ironside Engineering with a construction estimate of $379,000. ADQ approvals to construct were obtained. The project was publicly bid in accordance with statutory requirements with the following results. Rawlings Specialty Contracting at $385,310.00. Apache Underground Excavating at $391,247.50. And Central Arizona Civil Construction Company at $398,815. A budget transfer from the CIP capital carryover account in the amount of $35,500 is proposed to fund the scope of work for Phase 2. Staff recommends awarding the construction contract for the West Cooley Sewer Replacement Phase 2, City of Shola project number S0419, to Rawlings Specialty Contract in the amount not to exceed that $385,310 and approve the associated budget transfer. The bid tab's attached, and I'm available for any questions.
Thank you. Any questions, comments? Seeing none, I'll look for a motion. Councilmember Clark.
I move to award the construction contract for the West Cooley Sewer Replacement Phase 2, City of Shola project number S0521 to Rawlings Specialty Contracting in an amount not to exceed $385,310 and approve the associated budget.
We have a motion. Is there a second? Second by Councilwoman Kakavas. Any other discussion? Seeing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor? Any opposed? That passed 6-0. Thank you, Mr. HEMESATH. This time I'm going to take a liberty and tell Mr. Rawlings in the back of the room here, congratulations. This is your first contract awarded by the City of Shola since the passing of your father. And we're thankful to be able to award this to you. I know you've been continuing some of the projects that have been done, but thank you, and may you continue to do the great service that you've always done. We appreciate you. Thank you. Next item is item 8C, consideration of resolution number R 2020-25, approving intergovernmental agreement with Arizona Department of Transportation for utility adjustments for US 60 and SR 260. Mr. HEMESATH.
Arizona Department of Transportation, or ADOT's 5-year tentative improvement plan includes $12.5 million for a pavement preservation project called Church Street to Nottingham Lane in fiscal year 2021. The plan also includes $13 million for a pavement preservation called FH 300 to SR 77 and FY 21 as well. Scope of the work for both these projects includes milling the top 3 inches of the existing asphalt, installing a new 3-inch asphalt overlay on 260, State Route 260, from the intersection of East Hall, here downtown, to the intersection of Nottingham Lane and 260 in Wagon Wheel. And this work is also scoped for US 60 or DUSA clubs from Forest Service Road 300 all the way through town to State Route 77. During the work, the contractor will need to lower any water valves or manholes and adjust them back to finished grade after the paving is complete. Cost of these utility adjustments are borne by the utility providers. ADOT is presenting this intergovernmental agreement to the city to confirm the city's agreement to pay for the utility adjustments for their project. Cost of adjusting the wastewater manholes is estimated at $55,750, and the cost to adjust the water valves is estimated at $52,250. After the project is awarded, the true bid line item cost will be paid, and any excess funds will be returned to the city, or any excess expenses will be billed to the city. Funding for this work was not included in the current budget. Staff has identified funding in the wastewater capital carryover budget and the wastewater CIP improvement budget to pay for the manhole adjustments. To pay for the water valve adjustments, funding in the Fawnbrook Phase 1 CIP project, a very large water project for next spring, summer, will be slightly reduced, allowing for a portion of those funds to be utilized for this project. Staff recommends adopting resolution number R 2020-25, approving the authorizing the execution of an intergovernmental agreement between the city and ADOT for utility adjustments for the US 60 and State Route 260, and authorizing the mayor to sign said agreement. The resolution and the agreements are attached. I'm available for questions.
We could call this the Robin Hood Project, huh?
Yeah.
We're glad to get our little share here, for sure.
Absolutely.
It's something that I guess I understand we're doing this so that there's, as as the city manager shared with me this afternoon, so that there isn't any excuse or a holdup at all from ADOT saying, oh, this isn't ready to do the overlay because we have these manhole projects to do. And so I appreciate your guys' foresight on getting this done. And I know it's costing us a little bit, but I think it's the right move to do.
And we did look into this, and the last time they mailed and overlaid the Deuce Clubs back in 2005, 2006, I think it was. We had to pay the manhole adjustments and valve adjustments as well. That routine expense for the utility providers. And just a note to that, this is in the tentative 5-year plan that technically has not been adopted yet until this September. And that's when they pushed it a few months to watch revenues. But we need to be on ADOT to make sure that they keep these projects in budget and in schedule, so they can be executed next spring, how we all expect them to be done.
Yes.
Is this a daytime project?
No, this mill and overlay will be night work. So they'll be doing all the asphalt work, the mill and the overlays on the main drags during the night. That's how it's being designed right now, how it's going to be bid. There is a lot of ADA concrete work being done. They're going to do repairs to ADA ramps, driveways, make them more ADA accessible that are compliant. That work may be done during the day.
Any other questions? I think this project of the manholes will be done though during the day.
Oh yeah, they'll do these at night. I'm sorry.
I was more talking.
Utility adjustments, yeah.
Well, you've heard all the complaints when they were doing out east of town, but now that it's over with, everybody's happy. We complain because the roads are bad, so they fix them. They complain because they're fixing them. So it's just amazing. It's like, deal with it for a while. At least we're getting roads. Some of these towns around here aren't getting any, so pretty exciting. At least we're on their plan. Don't know when it's going to happen, but.
Hey, Councilwoman Kakavas.
Shane, I've read recently in the paper, we get these every once in a while, complaints to the town of Pine Top Lakeside and the city of Show Low about the roadways, mainly about the main streets and going up Pine Top Lakeside. Can you tell us, I know it's a tentative CIP project for ADOT, but what is their tentative timeline for that project? So
both these projects are scheduled to be in the FY21 year, which is this current year coming up. So the plan is to get the project's design complete by December, January, and have them bid by January and awarded by March and start construction in April. That's the plan right now. Like I said, the tentative plan needs to be fully adopted next month to execute everything as it is, but that plan does have both these projects funded to these levels in this year.
thank you.
Any other discussion? I'll look for a motion. Councilwoman Kakavas.
I move to adopt resolution number R 2020-25, approving and authorizing the execution of an intergovernmental agreement between the City of Show Low and the Arizona Department of Transportation for utility adjustments for US 60 and SR 260, and authorizing the mayor to sign said agreement.
Have a motion. Is there a second? Second by Councilmember Leach. Any other discussion? Call for the vote. All those in favor? Any opposed? See that pass 6-0. Thank you, Shane. Next item is item 8D, consideration of acceptance of the Meadow Trail Pavilion Design Build, City of Show Project PR-2219. Mr. Gutt.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. I'm going to get on the picture here. I guess maybe before I'll start, we took a couple of photos that our former mayor, Mr. Furneaux, took of the old barn. This is the old Ellsworth barn here. And then to contrast that, or to compare that, this is the new Meadow Pavilion. I think we've got a couple more. So we moved the outhouse indoors on the new one. This is another photo. This is actually the side that is 100% the salvaged wood, including the rolling doors. So now I'll get started. As February 18th, 2020 meeting, the City Council awarded a construction contract to Southern Construction Company, Inc. in an amount not to exceed $106,830.82 for the Meadow Trail Pavilion design build. The City of Show project number PR-2219. The scope of work included constructing a 24-foot by 36-foot building containing 2 restrooms. The building is located on Arizona parcel number 210-23010A. This area is also known as a Meadow Trailhead. The building has a concrete slab floor, Core-10 corrugated roofing, and that is a roofing material that is actually supposed to rust, and it's already rusted pretty quickly. So we wanted to get that rusty tin roof look that the old barn had. It has been sided with salvage barn wood from the old Ellsworth barn. The building also has a concrete masonry unit superstructure and 2 double rolling barn doors. The restrooms are each approximately 8 feet by 8 feet and are constructed from concrete masonry units. The work included furnishing and installing framing, siding, roofing, painting, plumbing, electrical, heating, and all other incidental items to complete the turnkey project. During construction, there was a shortage of salvage wood used for siding. The contractor located a supply of rough sawn boards to make up the shortage. The boards were also treated to match the salvage wood. This resulted in 2 change orders in an amount that totaled $4,141.15. Change orders increased the total project cost from $106,830.82 to $110,971.97. Staff recommends accepting the construction of the Meadow Trail Pavilion design build, City of Show project number PR-2219, releasing the retainage, approving the change orders in the amount of $4,141.15, and initiating the 2-year warranty period.
Thank you. This building looks very nice in the meadow, and it's going to definitely enhance that area. And we appreciate what you guys have done in the design on it. Any other comments or questions? Councilmember Hatch.
I'd like to make the motion after comments.
I just want to say, I'm not a huge fan of changeovers, but I think I've got $4,000 worth of how nice that looks out there. So, I mean, everybody that drives by it, they're in my truck or not, it's amazing how that looks out there. Like the mayor just said, it stands out. If you drive by there and you haven't seen it, then you're not paying attention because it looks awesome.
Really nice.
I think we told them to make sure they did it right, and if it costs a little extra, would it would be okay. So I appreciate their efforts on it. Councilmember Hatch.
We spent a little bit of time this morning, my wife and I went down and visited that site, and I'm so proud of the work that the city has done on that. It's really, I think, a wonderful addition to the meadow.
Thank
I'll
you.
make a motion at that.
Just if I could just jump in, there's also more to come. We're currently building a ADA pathway, 2 ADA fishing piers, and then we have a fence. We actually did a mock-up of this fence if anyone is interested in looking at it. We changed it a little bit. We've actually added a 4th pipe. But if you go to the Pet Allies, on the north side of Pet Allies, we have a mock-up. We use 3 different kinds of rocks so we can see what the rock looks like. So that's there if anyone's interested in seeing what we're planning for that too. Currently, we are shopping for materials. the city is going to provide the materials and hire a contractor to put it together. Thank you for indulging me.
Thank you.
Real quick, if you don't mind. I stopped by there, and it's just nice because it was a hometown company that built that. So I got to put a plug for Southern Construction because, you know, we graduated from high school with him, me and Connie did. And I stopped by there while he was building that, and the excitement, I know he won the bid for it and he had to bid it just like everyone else, but he was so excited to build that barn. It was amazing. And his heart was in it more than you can imagine, but it was just pretty exciting to watch him build that barn. It meant a lot to him.
One other thing I think I should add too, if you notice the weather vane, I don't have a good picture of it, but there's an antique weather vane on top of the building that was donated by his foreman.
Oh, cool.
And I don't know his last name. His first name is Bill.
Yep.
That's a great add to the middle.
I looked at Councilmember Hatch for a motion.
I move to accept the construction of the Meadow Trail Pavilion design build, City of Show Low project number PR 2219. Release the final retainage payment, approve the change orders in the amount of $4,141.15, and initiate the 2-year warranty period.
You have a motion. Is there a second? Second by Councilwoman Kakavas. Any other discussion? Call for the vote. All those in favor? Any opposed? See that passed 6-0. Thank you, Shane.
Thank you.
Next item we have is a summary of current events. I look at council members of any current event you'd like to talk about. Councilmember Leach.
Not much of a current, well, it's kind of a current event. I just want to thank the community more than you could imagine for putting the trust in me to continue moving this with this council town forward. You guys all, anybody that knows anything about me, how passionate I am about this town, and I'm so excited. Me and my wife she's all on board. She's done everything with me to this date. And I want to thank Gene, just like Brant said. You know, I had a lot of people come up to me, why would I vote for you and not Gene? You know, there's two different directions that the city looked at, or not the city, Gene and myself. I want to go this way. Gene might want to go this way, but I just appreciate how it went too. I mean, I never badmouthed you to anyone, so it went very well on my side. And I really do appreciate the knowledge. I told you when you called me, the knowledge that I got from you over the past 10 years is more than you can imagine. So I appreciate everything you've done for the city.
Thank you.
Any other council members? Councilwoman Kakavas.
I too would like to express my gratitude to our community, and I very much look forward to working with Don and John on the council and continuing the vision that this council has had, and continuing to grow Sholo in a conservative way, being fiscally responsible. And I just appreciate the confidence that the community has in myself and this council. Thank you.
Any other council member? Councilmember Hatt.
It's been a sincere pleasure of mine to serve on the city council with you gentlemen, both of you, one in a new position and one to become a critic out there and keep us going straight. I really appreciate it. I came to from some surgery several months ago. I saw that man and his wife sitting in my hospital room, and the Mayor Seymour. And I really have to express my appreciation for the friendship and the camaraderie.
We're glad you're here in this chair. Thank you.
I'm glad I'm here too.
Yes, we are.
Anyone else? Any other council member? Councilmember Kelly.
Thank you. I would like to thank each and every person who turned out and voted for me for that position. And I have enjoyed serving on the council and as your mayor in the past. I just mentioned to John here before the meeting started, I could only hope for that this virus could let up quickly and he not have to serve in the challenge that our current mayor has served, and so well, may I add. I've told him that to his face, so that wouldn't surprise him for me to make this comment. So again, thanking each one of you that had confidence and voted for me, and I know from comments my wife has made, if she were here, she would thank everyone who voted for John. And
One of my biggest supporters.
and, you know, I didn't know that was happening, and but no, seriously, been my pleasure, and I'll continue in that pleasure until the end of this term. I thank you.
Thank you, Gene.
Thank you.
Councilmember Clark.
I'll just take an opportunity here to, it made the paper, I believe, today that the city settled a pending lawsuit with the Owens family. And I don't know that everybody understands the time and effort that Mr. Morgan Brown put in on that, on our behalf of the citizens of Show Low. I've been able to sit at his feet as a new attorney and to learn from him, and he's been one of my mentors. And I don't know that certain attorneys would be able to resolve that as amicably as he did. He has a great demeanor, and he has a great professionalism about himself. And I think that we, as a city council, as well as as the citizens of Show Low, are very fortunate to have him as our legal counsel, and also Mr. Mooger, who worked tirelessly with Mr. Brown to get that accomplished. So I want to thank both of them for that effort. I know that litigation is never the path that we want to go, and I think that we're very fortunate to have these two men to be able to help advocate on our behalf and make sure that our needs were met, but also do it in a way that they're still citizens of our community and that we treated them fairly. So, thank you both.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Just want to say I'm hoping the parents are relieved and the children are happy to be back at school, and we're fortunate to be able to have a school that opened, and we just hope that it can continue to stay open, that we will do our part to continue to ease the spread and continue to stay positive and stay focused, that we do have a real threat out there to our health, and that we'll do all we can to make the benefit as best as we can. It's good to hear positive numbers that are diminishing and that we're getting more availability at our hospitals and things there. So let's not relax what we've done so hard to accomplish. I'd be amiss if I didn't say thank you to the citizens of Show Low for the past 16 years of serving and the opportunity of being your mayor. And I'm thankful for your vote and your confidence that you placed in me to continue to be your county supervisor for District 4. It's something that I will look forward to continuing to serve, and I'll continue to be part of the city of Show Low and in a different way as a citizen, but be able to help you where the county can help the city. And I look forward to that new opportunity and new challenge as we go forward. But thank you very much. And I've appreciated the council members that I've worked with over the years, the mayors that have taught me, the mayors that have given me much advice, and Mayor Fano and Mayor Kelly. They have been great mentors for me and helped me through my life, as well as council members, and I appreciate it. Appreciate it very much. And thank you, citizens. Turn the time now to our city manager for his report.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a couple items to report. We reported last time, but just as a reminder, on August 29th, Navajo County and the city of Show Low are sponsoring a free region-wide residential electronic waste and used tire collection event from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. at the Navajo County Penrod facility, 251 North Penrod Road. You can drop off unwanted computer equipment and accessories, small appliances, electronic equipment, and used tires without rims for free. The one exception is a CRT-style TV or computer monitor. You're able to drop one item off for free, and additional items are $20 each. There's also a way that commercial businesses can participate. They would need to call 602-944-4151 by Friday, August 21st, and fees will apply to the commercial businesses. If you want more information on the electronic waste event, you can contact Steve North at 532-4124. And as the mayor mentioned earlier in the meeting, the 2020 census is underway. Only 40.2% of households in Shoal have responded. It's not too late. As he mentioned, they're going to go through September 30th. But you also can still do it online, so the census workers won't have to come to your house. And you can go to 2020census.gov and participate in that. If you need help with the census or questions about the census, you can call our Planning and Zoning Director, Justin Tregaskis, at 928-532-4041. And just a note on Shoal TV, in the late 1990s, Shoal TV, formerly was City 4 TV, created a video tour of Shoal in the early 1900s. The video was recently posted on the city's Facebook page and has a lot of interest with over 11,000 views and 273 shares. If you haven't seen the video, take a few minutes and watch it on the city's Facebook page or on the Shoal TV YouTube channel. It's a great video. That's all I have for this evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Next item is scheduling of meetings, as was reiterated a little earlier tonight about our retreat date. Has that been finalized?
It looks like everybody is available for the 29th, so mark it in your calendars and we'll see if that still works for the future.
October 29th. Okay.
October 29th. And one other meeting that we need, if possible, have another short study session, probably 30 minutes at 6:30 on September 1st to talk about the operation of the BMX track over at Nicholas Homestead Park. If that'll work for everybody, 6:30 at your next meeting 2 weeks from tonight.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other meetings? All right. Next item we have is the executive session. We have a confidentiality statement, a discussion of consultating the legal advice with the attorneys to consider positions and instruct its representatives regarding negotiations of a purchase, sale, lease of real property for AP number 210-16-082C and AP numbers 2010-17-001, 22, bunch of numbers. I'm not going to read them all. And discussion and consideration of a records exempt by law from public inspection in the executive minutes of May 19th, June 2nd, and July 31st. I need a motion to move into executive session. We have a motion. Is there a second? Second by Councilmember Hatch. Any other discussion? All those in favor? Any opposed? Yeah, passed 6-0. This time we move into an executive session and thank those for watching and being here tonight in person.